close to full strength. Gave them yesterday off. We got back at it today, treated today like a Monday. So we had long meetings, watched the film, went out and had a light practice, and we'll have 2 good padded practices the next 2 days to get rolling on Tennessee. Okay, and then this week we'll use it both to continue to work on the good things that we felt like we've done in the first part of the season, and then areas where we're falling short. So like always during the bye week, we take a little time to reflect and see the things we're doing well, the areas we're falling short, work on ourselves, and work on Tennessee. So a little bit of mixture, and to this point it's been all about us. We'll get going on Tennessee a little bit here tomorrow.
Questions? Mark, this is always a time where you look at young guys a little bit who maybe haven't played a ton. Kobe Albert, I think, is a guy we've seen play more the last couple of weeks. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, Kobe is a guy that, he's a guy that's very athletic. So could be useful in a game like this as well because of his cover skills and the way he can run. So we will continue to work with him along with many others here this week. Yeah.
As you've started looking at Tennessee, just for yourself, what do you see out of them, and what did you see in their performance on Saturday?
You saw it, didn't you? Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Playing extremely fast, very talented. Quarterbacks playing extremely high level, and they are as a team. That's why they deserve to be ranked where they have.
It was a shootout last year here. You saw Hooker. What did you learn about him in that game? Is there anything you see out of him? Has he improved?
It doesn't take a genius. I think you can watch him for 5 minutes and see the level he's playing at. So, again, hit a broken record, playing at a very high level. They're playing very well as a team. He's playing at a high level.
Mark, after you watched the tape, how well did that offensive line play in that second half?
Played very good. Definitely the most consistent we've been. I felt like even, there was very few protections where we were just totally overwhelmed with the team that brings a lot of pressure. I thought there was a good balance between zone schemes, gap schemes, and different personnel groupings to keep them a little bit dialed down with some of the pressures that they bring. And anytime we're hitting big runs and explosive runs, and even the runs that keep the chains moving, it's good for us.
I know they can spend a lot of time in the training room this week. How is Will with his shoulder and the turf toe?
Yeah, it's a time where he definitely needs a little bit of rest. He wasn't out there with us today. He'll be day to day. If we had to play this week, knowing him, I think he'd be ready to go. So that's a good sign. But we also want to give him an opportunity to heal up.
Chris carried it 31 times. Was he a guy that needed a little bit of?
Pardon me?
Chris carried that 31 times.
He needed he deserved a day. Yes, he did. He's probably still in the ice bath. Yeah.
John has emerged as that number 2 behind Chris over the past couple of weeks. How much has he progressed over these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Jatan really had a nice game. I think you guys all probably saw the fact that he could run the ball and catch it, but the play that he and Will made on the 3rd down was a big-time play. We got the holding call on it, but he still got loose and got some yards after catch. I thought it was really, like I said, really good play. Big play at the moment, got us some big yards.
Like, you've had some big visitors in the last couple of weeks. Just how do you feel about numbers in this recruiting class, knowing you're going to hold some spots for the portal and extra COVID years and all those things?
Yeah, it's just, it's different. We have to, just constantly assess that roster and manage the roster and have that blend between, bringing some guys back. Some of the best recruits we can have can be guys that return to our team that are on our team right now. So we'll have those meetings as we near the end of the season. And then, look to the portal for some, and then, of course, recruit. So, that's just a moving piece all the time.
How beneficial is it that the bye week falls before you go to Knoxville?
We'll see. Hopefully it'll be a good advantage. We have a lot to do and need to make sure, it comes a time when we put out a lot, in just about every game, certainly in this last game, with the way we responded and came back and played with the intensity that we need to play with. Now it's a time to, you get a moment to pause, but there's still so much work to be done, and then you got to come back and bring it back quick because, you're going to play a team that is as fast as anybody we've seen, with their tempo, with how fast they run the plays, but also their personnel, extremely talented and explosive on all sides. So we got a lot of work to do.
Mark, you guys held Mississippi State to their lowest passing yard total of the season. How do you like where that secondary stands? You've had some injuries in there, had to play some young guys at times. How do you like where they stand right now?
Yeah, I think it comes down to team defense again. I think pressure helps. Guys in the right spots, mixing it up. But they're playing good right now. Obviously, it's going to be a very different test here coming up. But they're playing at a good level.
Will talked after the game how happy he was with DeAndre Buford stepping in for Flax. What did you see from him on tape when he did have to come in there?
Yeah, he's a guy that's, he's getting better. Like I said, he strains. He wants to be good. He really works hard. And, you appreciate that about him. And he cares about his teammates and wants to do right. And he's working hard.
What did you see of Barryon's punt return that got called back? Did he need those? Did the hold break him open, or was he beyond at that point?
The hold was declined because of where it was at. I don't even know where. I couldn't find. I mean, that one we had a hard time identifying who that was on. I need actually clarification on that, who it was even on, because I couldn't see it. But the block in the back was us. It was avoidable, and there was so much separation between where that block in the back happened, and it was a penalty. But that's on us. We teach that much better than that about the angle to the punt returner and just shielding them. Barryon had so much space right there. It's very difficult for anybody to tackle him when he's got 10 yards going and there's a lot of open space. So we've got to be smarter than that.
Saunders looks like he's getting some good push for you up front.
Yeah.
Playing well. Is that what you've seen here?
Yeah, he's playing hard, playing better. He's getting better with reps. He's one of those guys that got some length and active, and so we like it.
Dane obviously had a hot start with those first two games. He's still making plays, but is there something defenses are doing on him? Obviously, keying in on a guy who scores the first two games. What have you seen out of him since then?
No, I mean, he made an enormous catch on Saturday, one, in live action. I didn't, from my vantage point, I didn't even know if it was possible for him to make that catch. And so, but looking at it on film, I mean, he certainly did. So it was a big-time play. And, you just never know when your opportunities are going to come, and on that particular play, he didn't know he was going to get the ball and had a huge play. And you just don't know. I mean, as these games get tougher and we're trying to be balanced and move the ball around, you don't know who's going to get the most targets and the most catches.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
All righty.